And welcome to yet another exciting episode of your fave show, It's Teen Gospel Life, where we seek to help teens grow in Christ, develop an understanding of His will, and commit their lives to Jesus.
Yeah, well, yes, two awesome teens are in the building to bring you nothing but the best when it comes to helping you develop an understanding of Jesus' will.
That's right. Now, Linda, today's topic is gender-based violence, and with us is Umfundisi Bafana and Umfundisi Tifo to help us understand a little bit more about our topic. And we also have Sidwell from an organization called ADAPT to answer all our questions about gender-based violence.
Remember now, guys, we also have music and we also have games. Remember to hit us up on our social platforms using the hashtag TGL on SID. And the question for today is it ever justifiable for you to assault another person? Without any further ado, we'll let the taste of heaven usher us into the show. We hope you enjoy.
Thixo ngamaxesha onke ubagcina ubancede endaweni zonke bakuwela imilambo ubanabo wena bakutshiswa ngemililo ubanabo wena unabantu bakho Thixo ngamaxesha onke ubagcina ubancede endaweni zonke apho batshutshiswa khona bomelezwa nguwe nasemarhamncweni Thixo mabagcinwe nguwe unabantu bakho Thixo ngamaxesha onke ubagcina ubancede endaweni zonke bakhangela kuwe Nkosi abo bantu bakho babulela bakuthembe abo bantu bakho.
Thank you so much to Taste of Heaven for that beautiful performance. If that was just a taste of heaven, I wonder what heaven will actually be like. Now, Linda, today's topic is gender-based violence.
And the question for today is it ever justifiable to assault another person? So joining us, we have Pastor Tifo, Pastor Bafana, and Sidwell to talk to us about today's topic. Welcome, guys.
Thank you so much.
So could you kindly introduce yourselves? We'll start this side, coming to this side. So kindly introduce yourselves and what you do for whatever organization you're in.
All right. My name is Tifo Manyani. I am a pastor in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and I am also a member of an NGO that is called Our Queens, where we really work with The aim of our queens is just to raise awareness around the issue of gender-based violence and kind of speak to men about it. Our queens basically means to protect our queens. So that's what we generally do. I work with a friend in that organization. He'll introduce himself as well.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bafana Palane. I also work for the Seventh-day Adventist as a pastor, and I'm with our queens also.
All right, Pusidwa.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. My name is Sidwell Sohana. I'm from an organization known as ADAPT. ADAPT stands for Agisanang Domestic Abuse Prevention and Training. The core business is mainly focusing on addressing gender-based violence. We're working with men as part of the solution in addressing gender-based violence issues. So I'm the monitoring and evaluation manager for the organization.
Okay, so Pastor Bafana, I want to know from you guys, you work with an organization called Our Queens, and we've seen so many times in social media where we see fathers hurt their children, and it transfers to young boys as well. What do you think causes such violent behavior in young boys?
In young boys, I think the problem is with the society. Violence is very, it's acceptable in the society. Our society accepts violence. It doesn't even shock us anymore whenever we see violent behaviors, you know. There is no an uproar when someone acts violently. It's just by the way and then we pass. Yeah. So I think it's kind of late to focus on an individual instead of dealing with violence holistically within the society. Violence from everyone, from boys, from girls, everyone. There is a problem of violence. Our society accepts violence. I think when we deal with young boys, we must also deal with where they come from. The schools and their homes, in the streets, there is a lot of violence. Yeah.
So, Putsidwo, with the ADAPT, you deal with cases on a daily basis. So could you kindly give us scenarios of cases you deal with, and do people admit that they have a problem, or you have to first make them realize that they have a problem? Or yeah.
I think before that, allow me to start by saying, maybe to respond to the question that you asked Bafana, by saying these are socially constructed issues. The violence that we are talking about, it's socially constructed. Bafana is quite right when he said, we need to deal with families, we need to deal with communities because they are socially constructed. Young boys are raised in society being taught that for them to deal with anger or issues, they must use aggression. That's how they are raised. We are here raising young boys, fueling these type of behaviors that we are seeing in place. These are young people that are being raised in families where violence has been normalized. They go back to their school, they replicate the behaviors that are taking place at their respective homes. These are the behaviors that are taking place at their community. So they are normalizing those behaviors. Children learn by observing. Young boys learn by observing, listening, engaging with other people. That's how they learn. Hence, we are seeing number of violence behavior taking place. That's why you would hear people complaining about number of fights that are taking place. It might be in a community or it might be at different schools. But these are young boys that, at the same time, they want to belong. They want to belong, they want to be accepted. So we need to deal with these particular issues holistically so. We also need to ensure that when we address this violence behavior, engaging young boys, we must at the same time ensure that we work with the community. We work with fathers, we work with mothers, for them to be in a space where they are not normalizing, they are able to realize that if I'm experiencing this particular behavior at my home, this is the behavior that needs to be addressed.
Thank you so much, Pitsilo. I want to know, because we're running out of time, I want to know from you, how do you treat gender-based violence, from the roots? Umfundisi Bafana mentioned earlier on that it's a societal thing. So how do we treat gender-based violence? Just briefly, how can we treat it and then offer solutions for it?
Right. Briefly, the guys have already covered most of the methods and means or prevention methods that could be put in place. I believe gender-based violence is very broad. It has evolved from just being about people raising hands to beat other people. Gender-based violence right now has also become issues of what do you call this? Child abductions, human trafficking. It's mostly perpetrated on women and children, and that is also a form of gender-based violence. And this thing is generally perpetrated by men. So I think, like Sidwell has put it, and Bafana, of course, the foundation of it is at foundation phase, education for the young men from a very early age. For the young men to be taught how to protect a woman, how to treat a woman as an equal at a very, very young age. It should not be something that we pick up as we grow. It should be something that we are taught at a young age, because the violence that is perpetrated against women comes from the view that a woman is weak and a man is strong. So we need to start teaching young men to view women as equals, to view women as people that need to be protected from other men. That's number one. So teach young men to be responsible when it comes to dealing with women. Number two, I think Sidwell also touched on it, legislation. Perpetrators of violence against women and children must know that they will receive the harshest of punishments for what they are doing. Legislations must be put in place that will help protect women and children, but that will also create that thing in a man or in a perpetrator to know that, should I do this, I'm gone for good.
Thank you so much, Mfundis. Guys, imagine being called a perpetrator just for a young slap. We can do better, guys. Let us know what you think on our social media platforms. It's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back.
All of these and more on SID Media TV.
Welcome back from the break, Buffett. So you're still watching your favorite show, It's Teen Gospel Live. If you've just joined us, today's topic is gender-based violence. Right now, though, it's time for us to go see what talents our friend have for us in TGL's Got Talent.
Sawubona, igama lami uTumelo Rapuleng, ngazalwa bese ngakhulela eBarcelona, eDavitton. Ngoba ekhaya akhona ama instrument. So njengoba khona ama instruments from ngisesengina 7 years. Ekhaya sesekhona ama instruments, ngacala lapho ukublowa into ezinjalo. Because mangina 7 ngisareheza ngakaphumi nani. So ekhaya bacala abantu bazoyenza i-brass band yasendlini nani. So mangithe mangenza 10 or 12 years bese kukhani ngikwazi ukudlala estradini nani. Ngiyareheza mara not every day. Mangithola isikhathi because nginencwadi yesikole kakhulu. Ngiyareheza but angirehezi ngiwanreza nabangani ngisho yes. I'm like trumpets. Ngazalelwa yona ngasho kanjalo because i-instrument engidlalayo kahle ngidlala kahle. Yes, ama challenges akhona because of mangidlala ngale echarkini banokusho ukuthi ngiyarasa into ezinjalo. Yes, so kumele ngidrop out obvious. Bekunesonto ngale ngasekhaya. So manginesonto ngale ngasekhaya, just ngikwazi ukuthatha ama-instrument asekhaya ngiwathathe siyoreheza nala. I-trumpet alikho hard kangako mara lona ngaqela emoyeni obvious. Yeah, mara bangazama because alikho nzima kangako mara lona linzima isikhathi.
Thank you so much to our friend for taking their talent seriously. It is so inspiring to see young people work consistently at bettering themselves. Now, in the Bible, the parable of the talents tells us that we were put here on earth to work. Hence, we as Teen Gospel Live are bringing you guys TGL's Got Talents. If ever you guys want to show us your talents, make sure you submit them to the number on your screen, and you could stand a chance to win yourself an awesome TGL's Got Talent prize. Now, TGL's Got Talent is for our 13 to 18-year-olds, so you guys better start sending. Remember, God rewards those who work consistently to better their lives and the lives of their community.
It's that time of the show where we interact with you guys and hear what you had to say about today's question. Today we are talking about gender-based violence, and the question is it ever justified for someone to assault another person? And this is what you had to say. Ukaya said, assault depends on the circumstances. You can assault someone if they are taking you for granted. Uvusi says, it's never justifiable to assault someone. Jesus does not encourage us to assault people. Such behavior is unacceptable. Keep your comments coming. We love hearing from you guys. Remember to use the hashtag TGL on SID. Coming up on the next episode of Teen Gospel Live.
We asked the question, is it okay to use corporal punishment on teens?
In South Africa in 2019, they made it law that it's illegal.
We also get music from Tero.
Awesome and powerful.
That's right, and we also play a game called Guess the Lyric.
Continue.
This is my story, this is my song.
Yes.
Okay.
Catch Teen Gospel Live on
Home channel or on SID Media Digital on YouTube.
Don't miss it.
Welcome back, Bakhay. So if you have just joined us, unfortunately, Uputelo, but don't worry, we still have so much more of the show to go through. You're watching Teen Gospel Live.
So it's that time of the show where we test your knowledge with our games. So if you also want to jump into one of our games, just send us the correct answer on our social media platform. So the game for today is Bible quiz.
That's right. Now let me tell you guys how this game works. Linda and I each have a set of 5 questions, and we're going to ask you guys these questions, and you have to answer them in under 30 seconds. In under 30 seconds. Can I have 30 seconds on the clock? So Linda's gonna go first. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Paul and Silas were in prison during the second missionary journey, but in what city did this happen?
Give her a hint.
city. Oh.
Give her a hint.
I don't know.
You know, there's Stein. You know.
Philistine. Yeah.
No, but remove the Stein.
Really? Yes.
What?
During Paul's third missionary journey, roughly how long did he minister in the school of Tyrannus at Ephesus?
Can I just guess?
No, you can't.
15 years?
You can't.
12 too?
On what island did Paul?
Linda, time is up. Linda, your time is up. Can you have 30 seconds for the pasta? So she only got, how much did she get?
1.
She got 1. So means you have to get more than
It wasn't
1.
right. It wasn't correct. But it's fine.
Can I have 30 seconds?
Yes, please.
Do I have 30 seconds? Okay. So which 2 Old Testament characters appeared with Jesus at the Transfiguration?
Elijah and Moses.
Okay, he got it right. How did Jesus reveal the one who would betray him?
Huh?
How did Jesus reveal the one who would betray him?
How?
How? Must I pass?
He told.
I'm gonna pass it. I'm
pass.
gonna pass it. Where was Jesus crucified?
Golgotha.
Okay, that's the second correct one. For how many days did Jesus appear to his disciples after his resurrection?
3.
After
No. After
his
resurrection.
resurrection.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, it's time. It's fine, guys. It's fine. So, Mfundisi got 2, and Andisa got 1. Mfundisi was correct. Can you please step back?
Okay.
Mfundisi, and let us give her allowance to our view.
What is this?
Do I spin it? Which way?
So come stand on this side
Yes.
so that we can see. So
I
you can
spin
spin
this.
it as hard as you
Okay.
can, as hard as you can, and as fast as you can.
Alright.
Just spin. Okay, let
Like
go.
it?
It's fine.
Okay.
I hope it lands on lemon juice.
I hope it
actually, I hope.
Is
I
it
hope.
put cream on your face?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
not
So-
cream. Not cream.
So is it tomato juice
No,
or lemon
I think
juice?
Mfundisi is using for cream. Are you using for
No,
cream?
no, no.
I think she is
I don't know
using
what
for
it is.
I'm
cream.
seeing lemon juice.
No.
I think cream. I haven't actually seen a cream, so I want cream.
Lemon juice.
No.
Do you drink it?
It actually landed on cream. So this is how this is gonna work, Linda. I'm gonna give you the cream.
Okay.
Here you go. And then we have grapes, ne? So here we have grapes with us. And Linda's gonna pour the cream all over the grapes. And you have to move the grapes from this plate into this bowl without using your hands. Ne?
Okay.
Mfundisi, can you please help us by holding those plates? And then Linda will pour the cream. Oh, I don't know. Are you ready?
I am.
Like, make sure you add a lot of cream
Oh yeah.
so that
well-
her face is just full of cream. That's fine. I think that's enough.
not using
Okay.
her hands.
Okay.
She's not
I'm
using her
Nope.
hands.
Alright.
Not unless you want to do it for her.
Should I
Come
take
this
off my
side.
glasses?
Yes, you can take
All
off your
right,
glasses.
I'm not gonna see.
Okay, let's move forward a little bit, guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's fine. Let's go.
Please
Are
calm
you
me
ready?
down. Yeah.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ah! Do you wanna help her?
No, thank you.
Use your whole face.
No,
Go that
thank
side.
you.
Okay, come
No,
this
thank
side. Come
you.
this side. Let's go this side. Do you wanna go the other way around? Maybe please come this side. She's got like 5 grapes already. Oh my gosh! Is it fine?
Oh
I think
my
that's enough.
goodness.
Her face is full of cream. Her face is full of cream. It's fine. She did it. You're that. She's on a roll. Thank you for being a trooper. Hey guys. Let's go to live chat and hear what you guys are saying about today's topic, which is gender-based violence.
So the question of the day is it ever justifiable for someone to assault another person? And this is what you guys had to say. Untando said, no, it's not right to assault someone. If you have a problem with someone, you must address it with them. Unoktula said, assault is a criminal offense. Whoever does it must be arrested regardless of your age because you do not enjoy being around people. We love hearing from you guys. Please keep your thoughts coming in. Right now, it's time for us to head to the music stage and have a chat with the Taste of Heaven.
We are joined by A Taste of Heaven. Welcome to Teen Gospel Live, guys.
Thank you for having us.
So today's topic is assault. So first question is it ever justifiable to assault someone?
Well, I feel like that it's never justifiable to assault anyone. Although as human beings, we tend to step on each other's toes, we always act on impulse.
Yeah.
But we need to think before we act. Even the Bible tells us to think before we act.
Yep.
So hurting another person is just unjustifiable at all. So violence just stipulates more violence. So yeah, it's never good.
That's true. Now, I want to know from you guys. The group was called Taste of Heaven. Why did you guys decide to form a music group?
Well, initially the group started 5 years ago. However, we started singing together 2 years ago. So we started this group because we found it rather as a suitable way to minister to people, to the world, because music is what we do, it's what we love, and we feel we can share it better with the world.
So I want to know from you guys. Do you guys call yourself Taste of Heaven?
Yeah.
I want to know, is this how heaven is going to be? And what influences your music?
Well, we're just giving you guys just a
Just
taste
a
of it.
taste,
Yeah.
just
The caliber of heaven is just, so we're just giving you that thing.
So you're just giving us
Yeah,
this
so
line.
to answer your question regarding who influences our music, so God is above everything else. He has to be number one because we're singing about him, we're ministering about him, so he's number one. But we, as a group, we started with a mentor, James Masego. He mentored us, he gave us songs to perform, and he guided us. So he's like the biggest influence. He also influenced our sound as well. So yeah.
So you mentioned that you started with James Masego, who influenced your sound.
Yeah.
Other than him, who else influences A Taste of Heaven in terms of sound?
In terms of sound, yeah, we look up to Hymns Ensemble, our peers like Im, God's Grace, Vocal Harmony, amongst others. Yes, we do look up to them as well. Just Six, they
that's
also
beautiful.
Yeah.
You said that you guys look up to some of your peers like Just Six, Vocal Harmony. How can you influence your peers using gospel music?
Yeah.
Well, because music is influential and is very powerful all across the globe, it doesn't have to be gospel. Even if it has no lyrics, it just has an influence. So as the youth, we should try avoiding confining ourselves to the traditional ways of gospel to appeal to everyone, because best believe that we will touch everyone, just not the same way it would touch an ordinary individual.
Yeah, and also, we also live in a digital world. Our peers are also all over social media. So we also try and infiltrate social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just to get our music out there. Not just for Adventists, but for everyone. That's what, yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
We are really looking forward to your guys'
we-
performance.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
And that's how we wrap things up now on Teen Gospel Live.
If you want to keep tabs on the show, you can check it out on SID Media Digital on YouTube.
That's right, guys. Make sure you get in touch with us on our socials using the hashtag TGL on SID. Now, today's topic was gender-based violence, and we'd like to send a huge thank you to our guests for coming through and answering all our questions and dropping those gems of knowledge. And we have, of course, guys, we're not just going to leave you empty-handed. We're going to leave you guys with a performance from Taste of Heaven. But from me, Owami, Lindo, and the rest of the team, it is goodbye and God bless.
Oh, come let us go to a place that is fair. Come let us go where pain prevails no more. Oh, come let us go where there's joy everlasting. Oh, come let us go to a place that is fair. Oh, come let us go to a place that is fair. Oh, come let us go where pain prevails no more. Oh, come let us go where there's joy everlasting. Oh, come let us go to a place that is fair. Heaven my home. Oh, heaven my home. I long for thee. Through thy gates I want to march, and in thy beauty finally rest. Heaven my home. Oh, heaven my home. I long for thee. Through thy gates I want to march, and in thy beauty finally rest.
Soon the Lord will come
And take his ransomed home,
far beyond that starry sky,
and ever with him shall we be. Soon the Lord will come and take his ransomed home, far beyond the starry skies, and ever with him shall we be. Soon the Lord will come and take his ransomed home, far beyond the starry